What's up, everybody? It's your girl Tanya Lady T, and I'm at the nail shop getting ready to get my nails done. We're going to do a pretty, it's called Cosmic Red. Yes, getting my nails ready for Las Vegas, baby. So yeah, can't wait, can't wait. We got 5 more days to go, and we'll be headed to Las Vegas. Look at that, y'all. Is that not a beautiful color? I told my nail tech, I said, you know what? This is one of my favorite colors. It's called Cosmic Red. Yes. 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 Beautimous.
The voices in my head steal my dreams, make me feel.
All right, everyone. Where am I at? I'm with Mom. We're at Chico's, and this is pre-Vegas shopping.
Pre-Vegas. Had to bring something back, so you know I got to replace it.
She got on her baby cap.
Yes.
With her beading.
Yes. This is compliments of Kalila from the Village Rising.
Really? Well, I'm getting this number right here, y'all. I'm getting that. It's like a, I guess, olive green. It's like a long vest, suede, heavy, and it's got the belt. Love that. That's gonna be cute. And that it's on sale for $49.99 with 40% off. So y'all know I can't leave it in the store. I have to snatch it up.
This is
Take a groove thing. Out on the floor.
Can't wait till we
Alright, we're chilling at Bojangles. We just got us something to eat. I got the roasted chicken bites, coleslaw, and a sweet tea.
And I had a 2-piece dinner, chicken breast, and a chicken wing, and a biscuit and some coleslaw, and a great cup of coffee. The best cup of coffee I've had in 6 months.
Really?
Bojangles has good coffee. Absolutely. Very good. Not too strong. It's good and hot. And plenty of it. Wonderful.
Would have never knew. Who knew?
Who knew?
Didn't have a clue. Who knew?
Who knew?
Didn't have a clue.
Until Peggy came to Greenville, now I'm bringing it to you. Leo.
What's up, y'all? Y'all know what time it is. I'm with Mom. We headed back home from our shopping trip. From a few cities over from where we live to not be mentioned.
Okay, I can't tell y'all where we are.
Okay.
Or where we're going.
But we just out and about doing a little pre-Vegas prep.
Yeah.
Getting our stuff for the trip to Vegas. Yes.
Yeah, because we got to, when we step out up in Vegas, we got to step in there right. Tight but right.
But you know what? I like having the opportunity to go places because see, you can wear your glitz and glams. If you wear that kind of stuff around here, people will look at you like, who she think she is? Who she think she is? Who she be?
Peggy with the glitz and glam. You know me,
yeah.
I wear my stuff, man. My stuff is bought to be woke. I got a room full of clothes. Now, why wouldn't I step out with the right stuff on every time I step out?
Looking for the right stuff, baby.
Seriously, I learn something new every day, even if it's something I learned off of TV, a phone call, or sometimes I learn something new for myself. How about that? How about that? Because I thought some of the things that I'm thinking about this year, last year, I never would have thought I would have thunk it. But I have. And so I learned, like I said, I learned something new every single day. of my life. So that brings me to this. Do you learn something new every day? And if so, what did you learn today?
Today, honestly, what I learned was, like I said earlier when we were coming down here, I was listening to Cyndi Lauper. I said, you know, a lot of times I can find myself getting angry about stuff, whether it's work or just whatever. Life.
Right.
And like I said, what she said, you know, I'm just paraphrasing, you know, anger without clarity. Because a lot of times, oh, I know what she was saying. Cyndi Lauper was making reference to the speech Madonna gave on the Women's March on, you know, the day after inauguration. Okay, I'm not gonna get into the politics of that, but anyway, she was just speaking on how did she feel. She was asked how did she feel about what Madonna said, and we all know Madonna can be controversial, and she said a lot of things, but I just grabbed out of that conversation. Again, anger without clarity, you will lose your audience, because yeah, you can be angry. And she said, oh, that's what she was saying. She said anger can just hype up people. You know, you got a piece of you know, you chasing a dog with some fat meat in your mouth. But you just, sometimes you're angry and you just make a whole lot of noise and you hype the people up, but then there's no clarity. People walk away with, okay, well, what do we do now?
Yeah.
They don't even walk away with a message. You just got angry, you hyped them up, you got them pumping their fists, but then what are you gonna do? What kind of action are you gonna take to make it better, or make it better for you or your children or your children's children? And so I just thought that was so powerful to me. And so I thought, you know what, Tanya, take that, lock it away, turn the key, seal it in. That, yeah, you can get angry about some things, but be angry, or make whatever you're angry about, make it clear, clarify, make it make meaning. You know, I thought about that when I was, you know, you get mad about certain things on your job, and you can go in, and it's good sometimes to vent and everything, but then if you walk away with just a vent, but then if you didn't bring clarity to why you were so angry, and you didn't bring you know, a problem or a solution that can help you get over the anger, you'll be right back where you started back a month later, because the same problem will regurgitate itself. So anyway, that's what I learned. That's what I learned today when she said that, you know, about being angry but having no clarity. And what you angry about, folks is looking at you make a bunch of noise and jumping up and down and acting a fool, if you will. So that was just powerful to me today, when she was talking about that. Not to get all deep and technical, it was just right there, so simple. Being angry with no clarity, it doesn't serve a purpose. Oh, that was just powerful to me. That was just good to me. So,
man, I mean that's a good thought, because when people get angry like that and you don't understand why, you walk away trying to figure out what you're so mad about.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, sometimes depending on who it is, it's just like, you know how you feel if you're somewhere in a room and somebody say, somebody stole my money. Mm-hmm. You know you didn't steal it, but when they said it, you start questioning yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
It's just like, you know, I sometimes talk to, because I be thinking about Karan and Kareem, you know,
right,
my nephews and McCall and all them, and you know, it's like, okay, Chris Brown, Soulja Boy, okay, they you know, Chris Brown's a little bit older than Karan and all them, but I think about, you know, look at what is going on. Again, going back to them both being angry about something that they really don't have no control over. And here it is now, it's done been hyped up. They finna do a boxing match all over a picture that Chris' ex-girlfriend posted. And Chris made the comment, oh, I wish I could have that or get back into that. And Soulja Boy concurred and said, yeah, man, that would be something. And so they beef over a female that no longer is his female, meaning that, what's her name, Karichi? she is no longer his girlfriend. And now you got all, it has blown up. And I just said, you know what? I understand the hype and all that, but it's just something to sit back and think, you know, how did they get there? But there again,
it was the hype.
It was the hype. They got angry.
They got hyped up. And you know, when you're out there for the people, for the masses, and you're out there saying this, that, and other, and you got your crowd over there egging and pushing you on, in the moment, it seems great. And then when time goes on, so now you think about this, just what you said, and then how long it's going to take for them to set that up. By the time they get that set up, I guarantee you, neither one of those young men, they probably thinking, if they told the truth, how did I get here?
Yeah.
But now, remember, they can't backtrack now because of who they are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for me and you, it would be a little bit easier.
Right.
But for them, they're in the public's eye. So now they got to go through with something that they probably don't want to do. And then when you think now, you look at social media, what social media did to that situation. They had Chris Brown, who was very athletic, on there, and they would demonstrate how he was, he was getting with it. And then they compared him to Soulja Boy, who was fighting with windmill, and people were laughing at him. So what is that about? And I'm sure both of those young men have plenty of money. They've got fame, fortune. They're both talented, but they have allowed other people in ignorance to put them somewhere that I guarantee you, neither one of those young men want to be there deep down inside. Neither one of them want to be there.
Yeah, and see, here's the other thing too. And I know people say, "Well, Tanya, what you worried about that for? That's so carnal. How does that affect you?" Well, it affects me because I have, again, as I was stating before, I have young nephews that, you know, we ain't gonna call names and all that, but what I'm saying is, they go through similar stuff, and we're sitting back as family members thinking, now how did they get there?
Yeah.
How did this one, every time they see somebody, they're gonna beat them down in the street? How do we get there? How do we get there? So I can speak on it because I have nephews who go through that same thing. They may not be celebrities like Chris Brown and Soulja Boy, but the same mentality and the same things goes on right here in little small towns.
Exactly.
On the street. It don't necessarily, you don't have to be on a major celebrity platform. It's happening right here in my own family. Yeah. So when you see them carrying on like that on a big scale as celebrities, then you know, our own family members feel the need that they can do it.
Yeah, and
not necessarily that they're looking at Chris Brown and Soulja Boy and do it, but they follow these young men.
Absolutely,
they follow the music, they follow the, you know, what they wearing and how they rap and all that stuff. You know,
and
so
another thing, you know, celebrities will say, "Well, I don't want to be a role model. I'm not a role." You may not want to, or you may not think that you are, but you are. I mean, it's just like one of those things. It's like the job. So you got volunteered for this job, and again, I always like to refer to the things that I know be the truth. Anybody should always do good as often as possible. That speaks to trying to do something good and worthwhile towards your fellow man. And we all know we get hyped again, like they did. They got hyped up, they got pushed into a moment, and now they can't back out of that moment. So, and it's so sad that, and then maybe in the end, maybe one of them might be the bigger person and take the high road and say, "Look, man, what are we doing? We're gonna get up here." And 9 times out of 10, the way they are portraying it is that the Soulja Boy getting ready to get beat down.
Yeah.
So I mean, who wants to get beat down? And then what kind of embarrassment is that?
Yeah. And then one is being trained by Mike Tyson, the other being trained by Kermit the Frog or whoever. You know.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, that's why again, like you said, when we know that we're responsible for younger people, we're supposed to be the star of the earth. We're supposed to be the wiser person with the wisdom that somebody with a little bit of wisdom could speak, you know, who are close enough to the boy. If I thought I could get to him, that's what I would say to him, just what you said.
Right.
That's what I would say to him, baby. Tell the truth and shame the devil, because I know deep down inside you've been pushed into this. Even if you pushed yourself, by now I guarantee you don't have any inclination to want to do it, but because of who you are, where you are, you're going to go through this 9 times out of 10 unless cooler heads or wisdom prevails in that situation. Because again, going back to why you are here, now if you got some kind of underlying unsolved issues, because unresolved issues will come back to bite you at the wrong time. So if you got some unresolved issues with each other that we don't know about, or maybe nobody knows about, and maybe some people know about, you need to resolve the issue, because certainly I don't believe that that statement that came out about that girl would push you to this point.
Yeah.
I mean, now come on. So if you got unresolved issues, get to the real issue, because guess what? Once y'all beat each other to a pulp and all this is over, guess what? That unresolved issue is still laying out there waiting to bite you again.
Right.
So, you know.
And then it went further, because I think Soulja Boy said something about Chris Brown's daughter. So then you know, so now you talking about my child. So all of that wrapped up in one. And but you know what? Here's the whole kit and caboodle, really and truly. Chris Brown is still a wounded, hurt puppy, because that girl done got up and said, I'm tired of you. Because I think she was even on Iyanla at one time.
Yeah.
I think, you know, after all that drama, she took him back. And I think from my understanding, you know, she just was like, look, I'm done. I've had enough. I've had my fill. Uncle, I'm done. And he's just still hurt. He's just still perhaps, you know, wanting her back. Can't believe that they're, you know, that they're.
But again, if that's
so he's
the
hurt
issue, he needs to resolve that.
Correct.
Because if he beat Soulja Boy to a pulp, he's still gonna have that issue, because what they broke up over had nothing to do with Soulja Boy.
Correct.
You know, if that's what the case is. That's why I'm saying these unresolved issues will get you in trouble, simply because we cannot be honest with ourselves about what the issues really are. And, you know, of course, that speaks to immaturity. Again, if somebody in their life would dare to take the dollar signs from behind it, you know, say something to these boys about what they need to do. Both of them got brilliant.
But and then the other thing that I don't get is that you got these mature men. See, that's the other thing too. I just, like I said, you
it's
know
about
me.
money. I guarantee you, money is at the root of it.
Yeah, but look,
for them,
right? And I understand. And I thought about, you know, even Mike Tyson. Granted, he's had his drama or whatever, but of course, Mike Tyson, Rusty Dusty, is in his 40s or older.
50 probably by now.
Then you got who's supposed to be training Soulja Boy? Mayweather.
But see, in the absence of wisdom is foolishness. So
true.
If there's no wisdom there, then.
But that's what I'm saying. You would think that these two men, but again, this is an opportunity for them to get a little camera time, or whatever you want to call it.
That money.
And I thought, you know, is anybody? I don't know. Anyway.
Well, I really hope and believe and trust and pray that wisdom will prevail. So that
but see, these younger boys
shaking hands and go on. Look, man, we beefing about something that ain't even what I'm mad about.
And I hope
that would be that would be something great.
Exactly.
That would be something.
And like I said, I haven't heard anything about it other than last week it was still on, and maybe I don't know if they've made a truce.
Can you turn that heater down, baby? Because I feel hotter than a piece of corn in a 450 degree oven. Keep going.
Can I put some butter on you?
Ooh, honey, like brown the butter.
Okay, I'll turn it down.
So you can turn my side down, all the way down, honey. I'm having a hot flash from the Himalaya.
Oh gosh.
I got this
was kind of comfortable
on here. Yeah, I was too.
But no, anyway, like I said, I know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, that's life. That's life. I mean, we get all these things going. And you know what? It's not so much the problems in life, and I've learned this as I've grown older, is how you deal with problems. Because I've had some problems, honey, that I didn't never think in the life of me that I could go through and get past. But praise be to God that I was able to get through them by the grace of God.
Whew.
I'm telling you now.
Ain't that the truth? I mean, like I said, I know that's right. Cause see, I can tell you, and you probably know.
I've been around,
you know. Cause there's a lot of things I've done, and when you got out of it, your heart be palpitating. Say, God, I thank you for getting me out of that. Woo! I won't never do that no more. Your heart just be beating, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, honey, that's some things you take to the grave.
Yes, that's why I tell some.
From the cradle to the grave, you take them kind of things to the grave, honey.
To take to the grave. That's why I told folk, honey, when y'all come to my last rites, my cat's gonna be so big, and you're gonna be wondering why. All that stuff I gotta take to the grave with me. It ain't money. Some things.
Some things.
Some things now.
Some things.
Yes, ma'am.
Well,
some things.
With that, y'all.
No.
We signing. Go ahead.
Well, can I please tell my thing that I learned today?
Oh, okay.
That was my little segment. I asked the question.
Go ahead.
She's just gonna not let me do that.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, anyway, what I learned, and here's one thing that I know: you can learn from anything that God placed on this earth. It ain't got nothing. Got to be nothing big and grandiose. This is what I learned from my 14-month-old great grandchild today, and he teaches me everything every time I see him, every once a week when I see him. What I learned from him today, and this comes out of Proverbs, a soft word turns away wrath. Okay, here's the deal. Now, you know, sometimes we run into these little kids that are far advanced, and I ain't saying it just because he's my grandson, great grandson, but I think the little fella's kind of far advanced, and he's got this little thing that if he doesn't get his little weight at 14 months, he'll fuck, you know, and try to do his little hand. So of course I go out and get me a little switch, because I thought, now ain't nothing that I could pin down with my hand gonna rule me. So I get a little switch at him, and he'll back off. And what I noticed today, well, I had done it a couple times before, but what I figured out today, when I tell him, no, stop that, don't do that, he's just busy. So today I thought, let me just try something different. He started, and do you know that I began to sing the ABC song? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Very low. Tanya, she said I'm out of tune, but this is for the purpose of this conversation. I didn't have to be on tune. Thank you very much. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It's killing her. She's a singer. It's killing her.
They know the ABCs, don't you, y'all? She ain't got to sing the whole thing to Z.
But anyway, I began to sing the ABC song in a very soft tone because he likes that little song. And I remembered it from when he was a little old thing. He would just look around. So now, when I began to sing that ABC song real soft, and I had told him to come in, when I began to sing that ABC song, guess his whole body shifted and changed. And I said, come here, baby. And he came and hugged me. So a soft word turns away wrath.
Yep.
And if you don't think that these little kids have that little spirit in them, you're wrong. I experienced it today. So I learned one thing with little babies like that: you can't let them get away with that little talking back and hitting and all that kind of stuff. So that little soft song turned away his little wrath. He had a little wrath because he was upset because he wanted to go out the door. That's what it was. He was trying to do his best to get out that door, and I wasn't letting him. So I was able to sing that little song to him, and it just calmed him right down. So now every time I know that I need him to do something, and rather than tell him, no, stop, or getting the switch at him, I'll sing the ABC song, and he just calms right on down. So
there you
life,
go.
As adults, when we get into these skirmishes with each other and these word battles and all that, try a kind word and see if it won't turn that situation around so that you can walk away from each other peacefully. Now we can sign off. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyway, y'all, love y'all. We're out.
We're out.
Ta-ta.